Hey Colin, it's Faith. This is gonna be your reading, okay? So you're Libra, and I think was it G? I think how do you say it? G. She's Pisces. This is the second one that I've had the same birthday. What's up with this? So you want to know if you and her will ever reconcile? Is there a timeline for this? You feel like this has been karmic and it's pretty much helped you evolve, and you want to know has she evolved as well? Did her current rebound have any role in you guys' breakup? And you want to know if she pretty much waited until he was interested to break up with you. Okay. You want to know if this whole situation she has going on will it ever work out, and will it continue after she returns to Korea? And you're pretty much feeling like you wish you would never took that course, then maybe she would have never met this person, and you guys may have had the chance to reconcile. Did she ever cheat? Because you feel like that when she's unhappy, she does seek attention elsewhere. Uh-huh. You want to know, was love real or was it needs based? Okay, you've been struggling with the narcissist label for a long time. Will she at any point in the future face herself, or will she have to hit rock bottom? Did she take accountability for some of her actions? Only thing she says she has learned from a relationship was she needs to experience living with all her boyfriends. She needs to find someone who values me. Oh, she feels like you don't value her, but you feel like you did. Well, it's perspective. Everybody's perspective is different. So that's how she feels. That's how she feels. You want to know, have you caused so much damage of not being able to let go of the past? It's pretty much killed this. And you pretty much called her out on her shit, and she probably don't like it. Yep. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're just gonna we're just gonna go ahead to get to the reading. Just a second. I've been using my other cards for like the last couple videos, so I try to change it up. But I will use these to clarify. So let's see like what she's feeling right now when it comes to towards you. I feel like that may answer a bulk of your questions, and then we'll go into a bigger spread after this, okay? Ooh. Okay, money. It feels like you're stable, independent. Okay. Ace of Pentacles don't really have a lot of emotions behind it. I'm gonna be honest. It's normally one of those cards where it represents physical beauty, and it normally is one of those energies where it represents, like I said, being financially secure. A person feels like they're secure with you because you handle your business. It's not really an emotional card. Okay, this may have been a karmic soul lesson, but the thing is, all karmic soul lessons aren't just doomed. Okay, it's not always the case. But at the bottom, we have the Six of Cups. So I feel like she's being nostalgic about the past. Okay, this also is a card of like coming back home. So I'm not sure if you got it from the same place, but the Six of Cups, like I said, is being nostalgic. It's like she's thinking about the good times, but she's also thinking about the bad times. But also, this can represent the past coming back to you. So this could be like a reconciliation. So seems like right now she is thinking about like reaching out to you. Let me clarify the Six of Cups to see if she's just being nostalgic, just thinking about the situation, or she actually wants to do something about it. Clarify the Six of Cups. Clarify the Six of Cups. Clarify the Six of Cups. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. She's still hanging on to the memories that you guys had, okay? But also, she feels like that in a way you're still hanging on to her. So you could possibly be kind of like popping up in her dreams, or she may be popping up in your dreams, okay? Because I feel like in a sense, when you're nostalgic, sometimes you're daydreaming, okay? Not in a bad way, but but also the Four of Pentacles is also that energy where it represents. This can sometimes be a card of. This can be a card of wealth, again, a card of abundance, a card of comfort, but also this is codependency. So even now, she still feels like that you're hanging on to the past. Okay, there may be some codependent energy here where somebody doesn't know how to let go of the past because it's almost just like, I don't know, in a weird way, it's almost like somebody hanging on to the past in their mind is like a comfort zone, safe zone, which I said is weird, but I mean, hey, I guess it makes sense to them. But also, the Four of Pentacles can sometimes represent the energy of like somebody being selfish, stubborn, like nobody can tell you nothing. So it's almost like one of those things where she feels like that you can tell her about what the shit that she does, but when the roles are reversed, you may not want to hear it. So maybe you don't really do good at taking constructive criticism. But that's a lot of people. A lot of people don't really like taking constructive criticism because hey, nobody wants to be criticized. Okay, but also this energy here can also represent having a lot to lose. So even though she definitely is, like I said, nostalgic about what you guys went through, this person, she still feels like she's still thinking like if I come back, like I could lose a lot. It may not be worth it to go back. I feel like that's what she's thinking right now. At least that's how she's feeling towards you, from what I'm picking up. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, let me turn it back over. Yep. I knew it. She feels like you're watching her, and she feels like that you are waiting on her to contact you. But I really feel like it's almost both of you guys are in a way waiting on the other person to contact. Hmm. You overanalyze everything, which can make it difficult sometimes for a relationship if you're dealing with somebody who overanalyzes everything. Because even if you tell them something, they're gonna like come up with 50 million questions about what you're saying. About what you're saying may not be the truth. So you definitely have a tendency to live in your head. She feels like you overthink everything. But also with this Eight of Swords the Eight of Swords is also that card where it's like deep down inside, she doesn't know if there is hope in this situation. Even though, like I said, she does think about the past, she still hangs on to the past in some way. She may like keep something of yours that maybe you guys had when you dated. Who knows what that could be? Could be like a picture or something. But I mean, hey, some people keep pictures, I guess, of their old flames. I don't know. It happens, I guess. But yeah, the card of not knowing what you really want. So deep down, she also feels like you really don't know what you want, or you really didn't know what you want whenever you guys are together. But this Three of Wands is like waiting on communication. That's why I said I feel like in a sense she's waiting on you to like contact her because she may already feel or know that you're watching her in some type of way. It could be like on social media or whatever the situation could be. The Seven of Swords also is that energy where it's like not knowing who to trust. You may have definitely had trust issues. You could have been very walled up, and it could have been based off of your past, based off of what somebody else put you through. And it may not have been like a love situation. It could have been maybe something that you went through in your childhood with a friend or your parents or siblings. It doesn't matter, okay? But also, the Three of Wands can represent like waiting on your ships to come in. The Three of Wands can also represent like a rebound situation. So she got there pretty fast. She may have met this rebound person before you guys stopped talking, like 3 weeks before you guys stopped talking. Maybe things started to change and look a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Six of Pentacles. This can represent the card of status. It also can represent the card of like being a loyal friend. Sometimes it is the card of like showing off. So she does feel like that sometimes you care more about your image. But again, like I said, this is her perception. So you can get mad about it all you want to. It's not going to change her perception because this is how she feels, you know? But also we have the Temperance. So the Temperance card is patience. It also represents compromise. She does feel like at some point you like didn't want to compromise. You may have been kind of just like maybe you wanted to kind of like be your way or the highway type of energy. But we're gonna go down the road because I know I'm kind of like there's a bunch of different messages coming out, so I know I'm kind of like all over the place. That's why I'm trying to point to where I'm talking about, so you don't get lost in the shuffle. But let's clarify this Three of Wands. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That's why I said I feel like she met this person about could be 3 weeks, could be 7 weeks, whatever time frame. I feel like she met this person before you guys actually broke up. So like this Three of Wands can also represent the energy where it represents being ready to date. So I feel like she definitely was like already ready to date somebody else, even though you guys are in a relationship in the past. Was it 1, 2, 3? Let me get one more card. Let's clarify Three of Wands. Clarify Three of Wands. Clarify Three of Wands. I feel like when it comes to you, she definitely has that energy where it's just like she doesn't know what the future holds. She doesn't know what could happen, but she's not gonna keep harping over this. Clarify Three of Wands. Clarify Three of Wands. Clarify Three of Wands. Oh, okay. So sometimes you may have been in that energy where you may have said stuff without thinking, because the Page of Swords is definitely one of those people where he doesn't think before he says stuff. He just says it, and however it lands is like, well, you better fucking deal with it. You know, the Fool card also here, like I said, I feel like this represents taking a leap of faith. You really don't know if the leap of faith that you're taking is the right decision, but you know you're done. And that's how I feel that's how she feels when it came to you, like in the past. It's like she didn't really know if this whole rebound situation was going to work out, but at that point, she was done. I feel like she mentally just shut it down and was checked out because she met this person. Okay? But still, the Page of Swords also can represent lying. So you may have asked her about when she met this person, and she lied to you. A lot of it she could have been trying to spare your feelings, but I do feel like she met this person while you guys were talking to one another. With this set, and then like I said, the Seven of Swords, having a hard time to trust. You have a hard time trusting people. Maybe people have used you in the past when it came to like your finances and stuff like that. But clarify the Seven of Swords. Clarify the Seven of Swords. We have the Empress. I almost get this energy like when you guys first met, she tried to love you. That's why I said I don't know if maybe there was a carryover from issues before that kind of like stopped you from taking this in, but she does feel like she tried to love you in the past. But also this Seven of Swords can also be the energy of somebody feeling like they can come and go as they pleased. Somebody may have I don't know if possibly somebody's mom was a little bit maybe mentally abusive. But this Empress card, I feel like can also be this energy as well, where it's like somebody may have possibly been in this maybe a family situation where somebody's parent may have kind of like came and gone as they went. And that could have possibly set the foundation for how they are in adult relationships. Because a lot of people don't realize sometimes you become a product of your environment. A lot of times you become a product of your environment and you don't realize it. But the Empress can also represent unconditional love. It's like love that is through the good times and the bad. But I feel like she tried to give this to you, but you could have possibly just been too closed off at the beginning. Okay, at the beginning. I'm not saying that she was like that towards the end, because towards the end, I just feel like she just didn't give a damn, you know. But yeah, let's clarify the Six of Pentacles. Clarify the Six of Pentacles. She has no doubt in her mind. She doesn't feel like you cheated on her, okay? Clarify the Six of Pentacles. Clarify the Six of Pentacles. But she feel like that you may have been more interested in how people viewed you instead of for worrying about how she saw you. High Priestess. The High Priestess is a card. This represents a charity, so that's why I said could be good financially, no problem there, you know. But also this High Priest with the Six of Pentacles, with this being a charity, it could even represent somebody seeking out your help financially. So here's another thing, you know. So I do feel like that she was seeking out your help financially, but I don't necessarily feel like she was trying to use you like that, like you may think. It's not necessarily, that's not necessarily using someone. It's like, well, I need help, and if you want to help me, I'm not going to turn down the fact that you want to help me. Oh, just a second. Okay, sorry about that, Colin, my child. Okay, but anyway, so like I said, with this combination right here with this High Priestess and the Six of Pentacles, it is a sense of charity, but it's not like in a sense where her initial thought whenever you guys got together was just like, oh, I'm just going to use this person for their money. She did appreciate the fact that you were stable, but another thing too, I feel like is a sense you are a very giving person. So a part of you could definitely feel like, through giving, through being open when it comes to like, buying her things and stuff like that, you may have felt like that it may have been a sense of you trying to buy her love. And a lot of times, 75% of the time that don't really work. Okay. But also the High Priest represents needing to trust your intuition. It also can represent secret. See, the thing is, the High Priest is that energy where it represents, she represents, I feel like, truth, but also the High Priestess does not share all her knowledge because she knows that an uninvolved man cannot handle the truth. So I feel like it's one of those things here where this could have been both of you guys. Both of you guys could necessarily been holding back in terms of your truth towards one another because you necessarily didn't know how the other person was going to take it. Or she may have been holding back on the truth whenever it came to telling you how she really felt about you because she really didn't know if you were going to receive it well. And I feel like that comes down to like towards the end of you guys' relationship where she felt like that she wanted to date somebody else. But I feel like a part of her didn't necessarily know how to say that to you because she knew that you were probably going to get upset. Okay, and then we have this Temperance card here, which like I talked about before, represents patience, compromise. This also represents forgiveness, forgiving the past, letting go of the past, healing your emotions, finding balance within yourself. It seems like that this was an imbalance of emotions here because sometimes the Six of Pentacles can even represent unrequited love. That's why I say in the beginning, I don't necessarily feel like this was the case. But as time went on, I do feel like that you were having more feelings for her than she had for you. Hence why I feel like she didn't necessarily feel like that you weren't loyal to her. But her loyalty was definitely, I don't think she slept with anybody else or anything like that. But I do get emotionally, yeah, she guilty. Okay? Clarify the Temperance. Clarify the Temperance. Clarify the Temperance. Clarify the Temperance. Yeah, we have the Tower. See, didn't I tell you anger? It's like being afraid to tell the other person how you really feel because you don't know how they're going to react. The Tower card represents destruction. It represents, building on a faulty foundation. It comes crashing down, and then it's almost just like, how do you rebuild? And I feel like that's how it was. It's almost like, another thing too, I almost get this energy where there may have been some maybe not so nice things that may have came out of one of you guys' mouths whenever you guys had an argument, whenever things came crashing down. Okay? Because see, with the Tower being all about anger, you say a lot of shit when you're angry. Sometimes it could be stuff that you don't mean. So it could have been one of those instances that happened with one of you guys where things could have been said by the other person that they really didn't mean, but they said it, But I also feel like this Tower, the Temperance card, I feel like represents maybe feeling like that something just blew up in smoke because it literally could be feeling like that you're going to be able to fix things up. And then all of a sudden this Tower moment comes through and some type of truth comes down. Then it's almost just like feeling like you may have wasted your time because we have the Seven of Pentacles, which that can represent the energy of she felt like that at times she felt like you didn't make her feel like she was good enough. Okay. That could be why maybe you may have used gifts and stuff like that to make things better, but it really only makes things worse because then it's almost just like you don't necessarily want to make the situation better by fixing your actions. You want to make the situation better by being nice and giving me gifts and stuff. That doesn't work, But yeah, like I said, this is a card feeling like, I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like that she does think back a lot of the time and feel like she may have wasted her time in terms of staying in this situation as long as she stayed in it. Okay. The Seven of Pentacles is also that card where it represents like wanting more. She is like, I feel like she wanted more emotionally from you that you just weren't able to give, which I feel like pretty much prompted her to seek out emotional fulfillment. Because emotionally, I feel like that there's a disconnect when it comes to you guys. Because a lot of times you lived in your head. You may have also maybe had insecurities. She could have had insecurities. That's what I'm saying. Both of you guys, in a sense, I feel like weren't necessarily being honest to one another in terms of like how you really were feeling. It's like you just holding it in, and then the tower comes up, and then it's like boom, eruption. Everything just comes off, it comes out at once. It's like a pot boiling over on the stove. Okay, and then like I said with this star, that's why I said I feel like she doesn't necessarily know what the future holds. I don't necessarily feel like she has discarded you all the way, but right now I do feel like she feels like that this situation was a waste of time. So I don't really feel like she has like any. I really don't feel like she has the want to put any effort into this situation. If you were to, say for instance, if you were to contact her tomorrow, I don't really feel like she wants to put any effort into this situation. Even though a part of her is kind of just like, well, who knows? I may change my mind in the future. I kind of feel like that's where she's at, you know. But she is thinking about the situation. She's kind of like replaying over her mind, which is what I said before with the Six of Cups. She's definitely replaying over in her mind exactly what went on through the situation. Again, Eight of Swords. She at times she felt you were very confusing. Okay, clarify the Eight of Swords, because you may not have necessarily knew what you wanted. So in her mind, it's kind of just like, if you know what you wanted, why would you treat me this way? Clarify the Eight of Swords. Yeah, see, deep down inside, again, she wanted to be single long before you guys broke up, which is what I said happened right here. This was easy. This was too easy for her to fall into this because she had already mentally checked out of the situation. Like I said, about a month, 7 weeks or so, 3 weeks or so before you guys really broke up. So that was a no-brainer that was going to happen, you know? And this Two of Wands, of course, represents knowing what you want, but it's clarifying this Eight of Swords. It's still deep down inside, she really felt like you really didn't know if you wanted to be with her for long term. And a lot of it could be like you were talking about how you pretty much called her out on her shit. So she's kind of just like, if you wanted to be with me long term, instead of calling me out on my shit, why you just didn't help me through it? Like, why do you have to be mean? Again, it's her perception, you know? Nine of Pentacles. This is a card of being independent. It's a card of being free. I feel like this is freedom. So I really do feel like she wanted to be free from this situation. I really feel like emotionally there was just like it just didn't seem like you guys were clicking emotionally, which could be, what is she? She's it makes she totally important to her emotionally. It's like she don't give a damn about the money. With her being a water signs are very emotional, so you have to emotionally fulfill their needs. They really don't care they care, but not really. Emotions probably are at the top of that list. So emotionally, if you guys aren't clicking, they check out early, you know? And then we have the Six of Swords. So I feel like this also represents she wants to put the past behind her, which I feel like is you. Even though there is a little bit of hope down in her that maybe one day that you guys may try to figure this out. But I feel like this is, when I say a small glimpse of hope, this is like 20% hope. She still hangs on to it a little bit. But I don't really feel like right now she's really worried about it. She's not really looking back as of right now. She's nostalgic. You know, she thinks about things that you guys went through, but then she starts to list down the things that she really didn't like about you, and that kind of like makes her want to move forward. Like, oh yeah, I didn't like this, so maybe I should stop looking back in the past, even though I do feel like she does look back in the past. Yeah, Four of Wands. Yeah, see, it wasn't really, it's like Four of Wands is a compatible soulmate, but also the Four of Wands, that card about making somebody happy. I told you, wasn't happy. She wasn't happy. She felt like deep down you weren't happy with her, or it could have been vice versa. She wasn't happy. Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. I feel like this represents running away. She, like I said, she definitely likes the fact that you give her security. She may be dealing with a younger earth sign person right now. Yeah. See, we have 3 pages in a row. That normally represents a karmic soul lesson. Yeah, see, this new love. Yep. I already called it. I said she was already dealing with this person before you guys broke up. So in a sense, yes, she did cheat. But I don't think she cheated physically. I think it was more so she pretty much already moved on, even though you guys didn't break up yet. Because this devil card with the tower can represent, like, this could be a big argument. This could represent somebody's anger, but it also could represent jealousy. She feels like that you may have been jealous towards her new lover, but also it's one of those things as well where she feels like that you can be a little bit toxic whenever it comes to your attitude. That's why I say when you get angry, I feel like the tower's coming down. Two cards right next to each other about anger. Your anger, if you know this, is very heartbreaking. It's very sad, and this is just self-reflecting. A lot of it could be you're carrying over so much from shit that you went through. It's like whenever your pot starts to boil over on the stove, you can't control yourself. Because I feel like with the devil card in the tower, that's the energy of you cannot control yourself when you get pissed off. Yeah. See? And that's why I said she's thinking back, even though she's nostalgic about the good times, but she also takes a step back and she starts to write down all the stuff that you guys went through that were not so good. And she's comparing the two, I feel. And the one that's the worst is making her like, nah, I think I should move on. Even though I don't feel like she's completely closed the door 100%. But that's what I said. I feel like 20%, she still holds on a little bit. But the majority of her is ready to move forward from what I'm getting here. So I already answered the question about the current rebound. I don't feel like this person had any role. She was the one who decided because she was already pretty much, they were already in their little thing when you guys were still together. That's why I say in a sense she did cheat, but it wasn't physical, You want to know will that rebound situation end? I'll have to see. I didn't really get any energy about her ending it, but we'll see. I don't necessarily feel like she was narcissistic. I feel like in the beginning she really did care, but I feel like when it got to the point where she started to see stuff within you that she didn't like, I feel like that started making I feel like her feelings started to dwindle away more as time went on. Because I feel like in a sense she was passive about like how you really made her feel, And a lot of times when you do that, you start to check out sooner than later when it comes to wanting to be with somebody else, seeking attention elsewhere. Oh. February 21st. Oh my goodness. Sorry, hold on. I'm gonna have to pause the computer because my cards just popped out. Hold on. Just a second. Okay, sorry about that. I have to get the cards. Okay. She's impatient too. She doesn't wait around, She's not one of those. She's not going to sit in misery for long, or she's not going to sit in her unhappiness for long. Eventually, she's going to move around. She just completed a cycle. I feel like she's still thinking about the things that you said to her, possibly on her exit. That's what I said. I felt that before. That some things may have been said in the heat of a situation where it may have been some stuff that somebody didn't necessarily mean. It could have been you, or she could have said it, whoever it was. But still, even right here, it's still showing that she still thinks about the situation. She still thinks about you. But it's that other part of her where she starts comparing the shit she didn't like in you guys' situation. Yeah, you see this moon with this Two of Pentacles? She had been juggling, like I said, about 2-3 weeks before you guys broke up. 2 to 4 weeks before you guys broke up. It was like she had already moved on. She loves money. Yeah. She's thinking about, like I said, see how you guys are just clashing? Clash. She's still thinking about it now. She feels like you're toxic. I'm just gonna. Mm. This person who she rebounded with, she may have betrayed that person to be a friend. They could have actually been a friend, but I feel like this Two of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune represents friendship turned into romance. So she's feeling like she definitely made the right decision in terms of leaving you behind. So I'm not really getting the energy here where she's gonna go through a breakup. I mean, there may be a temporary separation that happens within the next 8 weeks, but then I still feel like they're gonna end up getting back together, whoever this person is. She's gonna be traveling. I feel like, yeah, there it is. She'll be traveling or going back home. Could be within the next 7 to 8 months. I'm really getting, well, spring for me would be like February, March of next year. So I feel like she's like gonna be going back home. But it seems like she's going back home. It seems like visit friends or family or something, some type of something that she has to clear up. Oh, she could be going back home to see her mother, stuff like that. Whoever the person is she's dealing with, if this person is a earth sign, or they actually could be another air sign like you, but this person could either be a Gemini or an Aquarius. I feel like she's want to stay with this person. I don't really feel like she wants to leave. There actually may be a pregnancy in the future, or it could be marriage when it comes to them, to her and this person. Yeah, it's a friend. Mm-hmm. I think from what I'm getting here, because this is the energy of like going through a breakup, but this also, the Ace of Cups can also represent new love. So I feel like this could even possibly be you. You guys may reconnect in some type of way when she comes back home, but be very careful because she's still going to be dealing with this other person. But I don't feel like that this reconnection is a reconnection for you guys to work it out. I feel like this reconnection is for closure. That's what you guys need to have. Need to have closure, which I feel like will happen. But I feel like she's gonna still want to be with whoever the hell this other person is. Like I said, I'm getting Gemini vibes, but I'm just telling you, it's not gonna work between you guys because I feel. Look at this. Ace of Cups, five. This is like having love for somebody as a friend because you just feel like there's been too much betrayal, too much emotional turmoil for you guys to go back. And I feel like this Three of Swords is you. You're gonna end up getting your damn heart broken again if you think she's gonna want to come back and she's gonna want to be serious about it, because I don't think so. This, to me, I feel like this is a karmic lesson for you. Where she is the world, she's completing the cycle, she's moving forward. She does think about it, but she's not gonna harp on it. You know, I don't think so. I don't get that energy. And whoever this person is that she's with, I'm gonna be honest, she seems happy. And I feel like this may have been somebody who she said was a friend, but it seems like it's getting pretty serious. Yeah. She's dealing with a soulmate. That's what I say. I feel like it's an earth sign. Because the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles came out in her energy right off the bat, and that's normally soulmates. Mm-hmm. So there may be some type of temporary break, but I feel like they will get back together again, though. That's the thing. So, I mean, this is a pretty deep soulmate connection for her and whoever this person is. I answered that question about. I feel like she cheated emotionally. Yeah, she did. Before you guys broke up, without a doubt, she was already emotionally checked out of the situation. Oh, sorry about that. It froze. Sorry about that. So, if you didn't hear that part, I was saying she already emotionally checked out of the situation. Will she at any point in the future face herself, or will she have to hit rock bottom first? I'm be honest with you. I feel like she feels like her rock bottom already happened whenever it came to you guys. I mean, See, I don't really get any rock bottom per se. I'm just saying. I don't really get. I mean, yeah, there's gonna be some type of betrayal, but I feel like that's in regards to you two because somebody wants to be something else than friends, and the other person just wants to be friends and call it that. Does she take accountability for some of her actions? I'll be honest with you, I really don't think she cares. I don't think she cares enough to take accountability for what she did because she feels like that you were emotionally giving her what she needed. So she feels like, well, I didn't do anything wrong because I got out of the situation because you didn't give me what I needed. Right. You know, that the part about she needs to find somebody who values her, she really believes that deep down in her soul. Even if you feel like you did, she feels like you didn't. And that's why she feels like whoever this person is that she with, she feel like this person makes her happy. Especially if they're an earth sign. I really feel like they're an earth sign. And they may have air in their chart, but yeah, I already taught it before. You hanging on to stuff from the past, I feel like has pretty much put a wedge and put a stake in this situation. And I feel like it's even going to be hard for you guys to be friends again because I feel like it's going to be hard for you because you want to be something else. And I just don't feel like she's going to want to be friends. But I feel like when you guys reconnect, I really feel like you guys reconnect off of closure. I only feel like it's just to close the door, not to work the situation out. I don't feel like she wants to connect again because again, she did that comparison and the bad is outweighing the good. I see exactly what I just said. That I said that before. She felt like you really didn't care. I called that, and that was your last sentence. She is not convinced it's because you care about her, but she feel like you don't. I feel like you guys are actually over. In her current, well, see, here's the thing. This is your perception. Just because she acted a certain way towards you and you may have called her out on all her bullshit, that doesn't mean she can go deal with somebody else and it may never work because each relationship is different. You can be completely shitty to one person and then you go on to the next situation and that relationship could go great. That's why I was saying before she may even possibly get married to this person. And so, and see, look what you're doing. You're already being negative. You want her to have a healthy relationship in the future, but then you're being negative about her, talking about you don't see her being able to get married and stay married. Don't be. You're being. Why are you being like that? Why are you being an ass? You don't have to be that way. Yeah, she was not the greatest towards you at all, and it's not fair. But it happened, and you can't go back and change it. She did what she did. You did what you did. She decided to do something different. So just wish her well. Wish her well so you can move forward because that's what you need to do. Because if you go back to her, it's just going to be the same old thing. And she's probably going to cheat on you again. I don't feel like, even though, like I said, she definitely is one of those people where she doesn't necessarily let go of hope. She definitely is one of those optimistic type people where it's like, who knows what can happen in the future. But I feel like I said, I feel like there's only a 20% hope with her. I think the rest of it, she's pretty much just like washed her hands. And I feel like you need to wash your hands with it too. Because she's happy with whoever the hell this person is. Because I feel like this person emotionally understands her. And this person could be helping her through stuff too. This person actually may end up traveling with her, but yeah, it's on the fence from what I'm seeing here. But Colin, this has been your reading. If you have any questions, let me know and see ya.